What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Under-23s Road to Glory. We're on episode 18 and we're joined as always by Cal.
How's everyone doing?
And yeah, just to quickly touch on before we get into the video today, those of you guys that follow me on Twitter will know there's a little bit of controversy with the series. However, I just wanted to clear up that we managed to sort things out with SORARE. And yeah, without any further ado, let's get on with the episode today. If you are new to SORARE and you're thinking about signing up, boy, do I have a deal for you. Using my affiliate link in the description below will not only help you guys, but help me as well. All you need to do upon signing up is buy 5 cards from the primary market. So this is instant buy all bids. Then not only will you receive £50 in game, but I will as well. Everyone's winning. So please, if you want to support a small creator like myself, using the link down below in the description is the best way to do so. On with the video. Wow, okay, so last episode we had so many comments. I don't know, Cal, if you managed to have a quick peep at all the comments that we had in the last episode.
I
But
saw them all.
yeah, there was a crazy amount. So shout out everybody for all the support on the series as always. All the suggestions, all of that. Like pretty much, if you suggested a player or left a player for the comments Premier League or anything like that, just know we read all of them. We've got them all in the scout end. We either purchased them or we'll purchase them in the future. And yeah, we always look forward to your guys' feedback in the comments because it's our series at the end of the day. We're all working together to build a great little sort of road to glory. And do you know what? I really get that sense of like camaraderie in the, especially in the account. I don't know about you, Cal, but I feel like
Yeah,
it's
no, definitely.
yeah, we're all just sort of combined into just something great, which is lovely. So yeah, just wanted to say massive appreciation to you guys as always. We will always touch upon that at the start of these episodes because you guys need to understand I am grateful. I'm very grateful for the community that we're building on the channel, so appreciate you guys. With that being said, here is the comments Premier League as we left off. So I don't know who did get the points this week, Cal.
So Altamira got the most amount of points on
Mhm.
72, I believe. Then it was Cham on, I want to say 63,
Yep.
and Miguel
Ah, the winger.
Rodriguez from Utrecht. Yeah.
Yep. Nice. Yeah. So if you guys don't know what the Comments Premier League is, pretty much, it's pretty much well, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. A league between all of you guys in the comments, and obviously the winner will receive a reward at the end. And all you have to do to enter, guys, is literally have a look at our gallery on SoRare. It's called Melv. And pretty much just comment who you think is going to be the best performing player in our gallery, and pretty much the top 3 will get rewarded points. So if it's the best player in a gallery and you comment them, then you'll get 3 points, and then it trickles down to 1 being second and third. So yeah, at the minute we got a lot of 3-pointers, a lot of people on 3 points, including myself. And yeah, then a couple of 2-pointers. Obviously, it's quite hard to get points because there's so many people in our gallery. You have to comment the one that will get top 3. It's almost like you're getting, so if you get points, you've pretty much got a podium like equivalent, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's a pretty good little competition that we got going on, and I'm enjoying it. And I managed to get 2 in a row against Cal, so you know what that means. If we're looking at trends, then that means that Cal's about to win 4 in a row against me. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah,
Well, it's 4-4 now, isn't it? Actually, just
it
looking at
is.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Yeah. So looking at our results then over the weekend, bit, bit of
Yeah.
a yeah, bit of a heartbreaker really because obviously our main team we captained Ruggieri and he actually got rested. And then the next game he played really well. So, and obviously Atalanta got a clean sheet, which he probably would have been a part for had he have played. Um, well, yeah. So not the best, but I think even if he played and captain and stuff, we probably would have only got a box anyways. But yeah, we would have liked to have the box. You know what I mean? It's the principles. um, but yeah, so we cancelled the middle lineup because Jasper got injured. And then yeah, the third one was a throwaways anyway. Which Caroni was a weird one because he got an assist early doors, right, and then
Yeah.
conceded a penalty. So
It was the closest to a box as well.
yeah, not ideal,
That's the
not ideal.
worst bit.
So not a very good week all in all, really. And then if we look at the live one that we got going on now, so Belieber, pretty much carry. It looks like he's going to carry us to a box, which is yeah, that is a dub to be fair. And then Elliot Anderson done business, and like I said, Ruggeri had a last man tackle. So yeah, so hopefully we've got a couple more boxes in the next episode. But yeah, with that being said, we'll move on to the business of the account. What's been going on this week, Cal, then, in terms of ins and outs, sales, and all that good stuff?
So we'll start with the boring stuff, the under 23s, because we're all here for the retirement home gallery, seeing how that's going. So I put two on here because I'm not sure if I'd done it just after the episode got recorded or not, but
Hmm.
managed to pick up after a long time Samson Baidu and Guindo from Salzburg.
Yep.
So
Nice.
got him in a trade. I've forgotten exactly who the trade's for. I think it might have actually been for Lobotka,
Ooh.
if I remember correctly.
Ah, yes, one of our awards, Labotka.
Yes. And then, as we said earlier, Jasper got injured, so quickly jumped on a trade to try and get the most value possible. So we brought in Adam Stejkow, and I managed to pick up Mads Bidstrup as well, just to give us a little bit more depth in that midfield, because I think we only had like 4 or 5 at the time. And then I believe it was one of our watch along streams on the weekend. There was a couple comments in there.
Yeah, that
Thanks for
was
everyone
yeah with
dropping some
the
dropping some
retirement home
messages.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, as well as these two new ones, Dan Rotz and Emin Bayram. Uh,
Uh,
both got suggested in the watch along, so picked both of them up for a good deal. I believe that just gives us
yep.
more rotation. Couldn't
Yeah,
say no
so
to it.
for those of you guys that don't know, obviously I'm streaming quite a lot recently. Pretty much doing either lineup building streams or watch alongs to the games. And yeah, obviously a lot of you guys are in the live chat supporting the channel, which is fantastic. And yeah, like Cal said, obviously we're just chilling in there, and we get a lot of suggestions for this series in there because obviously a lot of you guys that watch this will probably watch the streams as well. And yeah, you want to be included in the series, have your players in there. So yeah, me and Cal are pretty much just trying to jump on any names, especially if you suggest them in the live stream. We're trying to jump on the any suggested players really, for the play for the from the community that are even going above and beyond to support us. So yeah,
Yeah.
um,
And then we go on to
MLS.
the juicy side, the
Yeah,
MLS retirement home.
what we're all here for, eh?
Yeah, so that is pretty much all done. Got a little bit of money left, not a lot. Just looking at some of the options today, there's not many that pop out. So if any transfers happen, I might pick them up instead. But we got 3 lineups confirmed now. So we've got Brad Guzan and Brad Stuver, who are both recommended in the comments.
Yep.
Brought in Walker Zimmerman and Eric. I believe Eric was actually on the watch long as well. Someone commented him. Matej Klik recently got a transfer to Atalanta.
Yep.
They're doing a lot of promo about him at the moment, so it looks like he might be a key figure for him.
Mhm.
Um, Brugman, I believe that was another comment, as well as Carlsgill and Marco Royce. And then I believe Benteke was as well, and Suarez I just picked up because of,
Vibes.
Inter Miami.
Yeah.
They're scoring a lot of goals. It doesn't matter
Yep.
who they have up there.
Yep. And we will state as well, for those of you guys who are wondering, we managed to obviously pick up all of these before the winter update was
Yeah,
announced. So a lot of these players, obviously you're seeing on screen now how much we paid for them. And if you look on, obviously on the spreadsheet, which will be linked in the comments, in the description down below, you can see this spreadsheet for yourself. So if you're wondering, what we done business-wise, you can have a little look at this for yourself. But
yeah,
yeah, just so you guys know, we've done this all before the winter update. So if you're looking at the prices being like, oh, how did they manage to get him for so cheap? It's because we just beat the whatever you want to call it, the
the
hype. There you
wave.
go.
Yeah,
We beat the hype. That's the term I was looking for. But yeah, so
yeah,
it was interesting, Cat, because you sort of messaged me, Cal, after the update. Because I think we both had an inkling that they might do
yeah,
something with the MLS competition, just because just makes sense. It makes sense to
Well, they had all the teams anyway. It made no
yeah,
sense for them not to have one. It's not
exactly.
like the Scottish League where they've got some teams, I think, or they
Yeah,
might actually have all of them now. Um, so yeah, it just made sense that they had a competition for it,
yeah.
especially that there's not many going on over the summer.
Yeah, so I think the retirement home was almost, it was a little bit tactical with a little bit of risk in there as well. But I think me and Cal sort of knew what we were doing. We knew that um, pretty much that there was a potential for these cards to, well, I mean, to be fair, they were so low that it was like,
Yeah,
it's hard for these cards to go any lower, especially with a budget account like this. Is sort of like sometimes you have to sort of take them risks. And then yeah, I almost jokingly said to Cal when he messaged me over the weekend about the winter update, I said, "Oh, we might as well just sell all of them in the hype," which is honestly something I was still debating, like because
well, yeah,
there is potential that we could sell all of them in the hype and then just use all of the money. So obviously we invested £50, and if we sell all of them in the hype, potentially we will make more than £50 probably, and then we can use that to invest into in season because I think SORARE is
yeah,
just so catered towards in season generally speaking nowadays, which is why I think under 23 series is quite difficult because it's just so the game is literally just so just focused on the in season stuff, and obviously under 23s doesn't have an in season, whereas MLS will. So there is a debate to be had where we sell all for profit and then potentially buy into in season, but
yeah,
obviously if we do that, we know we're not stupid. We know that in season will cost a lot of money. Therefore, we would have to go for sort of the more niche picks, not the obvious ones. So like we could either go into classic now with like say these Suarez, Benteke, Royce, like these big players that are quite popular, or we could sell and go for in season and go for players that are a bit more like yeah, maybe a bit less established in the team, but we take a little
yeah,
bit of a risk on them. But then, risk could give more reward. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Well, I think it's mainly going to be down to what you guys
mm,
suggest in the comments more. I mean,
yeah,
we could just do I guess, the smart thing here, just because the keepers we got are really cheap.
yeah,
We could keep two of the keepers, sell the rest, and then build
yeah,
two full um, in-season squads to go in, and then go from there. Or we can just stick with what we've got, or
mm,
make moves if some people are inflated, and
yeah.
we think there's better options coming in. We can mix and match. Obviously, we've got another, I believe it's just over a month, 5 weeks until the season starts, so we've got a lot of time.
Time, yeah. See,
Um,
so let us know. You know me. I'm obviously always requesting you guys to make a fat comment in the comment section. But in today's comment, this is how I know the real people that watch the episodes because I always like to throw these in like sort of quite deep into the episode just to see like if anyone's listening at this point or whatever. But this is going to be the comment request for today. Okay, so if you comment this, then I know you're a real one. Yeah. So first of all, I want your comments Premier League player because that's just like in every comment you need that, right? Then I would like sort of almost like a in season or classic like vote in a sense. So like, do you think we should focus on the in season MLS or the classic? Obviously, if we focus in season, that will involve selling all of these for profit. And then almost. Yeah, I guess your general opinion on how competitive classic MLS is going to be, because that's making me that is also partially why I'm thinking to sell, because I think like so many galleries are going to have such like tanky like MLS cards. You know what I mean? So like yeah. So comments Premier League, MLS in season or classic, general thoughts about MLS, and then last but not least, your favorite color. I just want to know your favorite color for vibes. You know what I mean? Like just tell me your favorite color. Don't be weird. You know. But yeah. So with that being said, is that all our business? Is that the business out the way, Cal?
that is all the business that has been made since the last episode.
Nice. So, with that being said, then should we crack on with some rewards? What the people came here for? The
Yeah,
the the crazy rewards we've got going on.
yeah. Looks like we're in for a load of tickets. It's all rivals
Yep.
boxes. Might get some essence,
Yep.
uh, but they're
So
not going to be good.
yeah, so obviously not got crazy rewards because, as you guys know from the start of the video, we didn't do too well. But yeah, I think though again touching upon the winter upgrade stuff, I think potentially this new Daily Hoops esque game could definitely help the account. You know what I mean? Because I think
Yeah,
Rivals is a bit like getting a bit stagnated. Not exactly. Yeah, it just needs a little bit of life. You know what I mean? A little bit of life.
yeah,
So yeah, potentially having a little daily hoops competition. For those of you guys that don't know what it is on NBA. I think obviously they haven't confirmed, but I reckon the new sort of game mode will be
it'll
like
be very
this.
similar.
Yeah, it'll be very
Yeah.
similar to this, where you have to submit a lineup every single day. And if you guys know Cal like me, he is going to be on it every single day, submitting lineups. Like he's going to be just so consistently entering them daily hoops. Like I have no doubt in my mind that this guy is just nothing but committed to the cause.
A bit too much at
No,
times.
no pressure. No pressure.
Yeah, and for anyone, I know this is a little bit speculating. If it is like this, it will bring back the common cards. If
Yeah,
people don't know from
yeah,
back
it
in the
would be
day, I believe you're
commons.
still on my
Yeah.
screen. Um, if you look at my gallery on SORARE data,
Mm.
you will see eventually there's a load of common cards here.
Dun, dun,
This
dun.
is what it used to be for
Mm.
the almost like the warm ups. You
Mhm.
would pick some warm up players and actually get their common cards to put into lineups. So as you see, I've got a couple of nice players in here. Obviously,
Yeah.
can never use them again, but
Yeah. That Saka bloke's alright.
yeah, no, is all right. Is all right. I believe I've got an Mbappe in here somewhere. Um, this Donnarumma just chilling. Kane. It's just a weird time of of how Sorare's gone. But
Mm.
if it's similar to this, it'll be absolutely incredible. It'll bring back uh, a lot more of a tactical approach because you're not just picking, oh, let's go
Yeah.
for
The,
a
the
full Man United stack
Yeah,
and
exactly. Yeah.
lose to Southampton. Great. Um, it'd be more like, oh, this guy's got a good matchup. He could score well, and it's just a nice mix. It keeps people on their toes, and it's daily.
Yeah.
Who doesn't like daily?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
So
And I think it just I think generally speaking it's just good to freshen things up. Especially be good for like content and the series. Of course we can sort of maybe if you guys are interested in sort of like when it comes out obviously like more strategy side of things like how we do things we could definitely talk about that in a future episode. So yeah, I think generally speaking freshening up content that has got a bit stale, generally speaking, for any business is pretty good. So, yeah, I'm excited to see what's sort of waiting for us, in the future
yeah.
for sure. But yeah, so did we want to touch upon any more retirement home stuff?
No, I think it is just the
Yeah,
conversation we've been having the in season or out of season. Um, I mean, I won't hide from the roster valuation at the moment. I know we put £50 in,
yeah,
but we've made a fair chunk of change there.
yeah.
And even if we expect some of these players to be 1.5 to 2x, depending on
Mm.
how much hype there is, we could
Yeah, I
quite
think
comfortably make a couple lineups.
yeah, I think so. So our choice really for the MLS stuff or the retirement home, shall we say, is we could either have three classic teams that on paper should do well, or yeah, potentially we could sell all of them for you know I don't want to say 2x profit, but like we invested £50. Let's just say we might be able to get maybe like 65 ish
Yeah,
potentially. Well, obviously we would keep some of the classic cards to use in the in-season comp. Um, but then again, that's another topic of conversation because the beat the game is five in seasons, isn't it?
yes.
So yeah, depends really. So yeah, obviously, like we said, this is a community sort of account, if you like. We want everyone to sort of have their say. So we don't want to just jump into decisions like whatever me and Cal's feeling. We do want to hear your feedback on sort of like where to go from here. But I think majority of people like the only thing that makes me think we should go in season, Cal? Like, because I think generally speaking, I think Cal, you're probably leaning to us sticking to classic, right?
Um, I am torn 50-50. If you
Okay.
said at the start of this season in general, if I was staying in season or classic, I would probably have leaned more classic at the start of
Okay.
the season. But with how in season driven
Yeah.
the game is
It
now,
is.
it's
Yeah.
I was 90-10. I am probably 50-50 now, maybe even 60-40 to win
Yeah,
season.
that's what I'm saying. So for me, genuinely, like, if I'm being honest, I'll probably say I'm like 70-30 for us to sell and buy in season. So yeah, but obviously me and Cal are not 100% sold on it, and we don't want to make any rash decisions without you guys sort of having an input. So yeah, let us know what you think. Obviously, yeah, hopefully we could probably return back maybe like 60 to 65-ish quid, and then we'll have to go for a proper, like, the thing that's sort of selling me to want to do it as well is I feel like it's going to be a bit of a mission to like really scout out the niche, like, you know, sort of not the obvious picks you would go for in season. You know what I mean? Like go for sort of
Yeah,
the lesser players that a little bit like cheaper, but you know it's part of the sort of the game, the risk almost. But like, yeah, I feel like that could be a bit more like fun maybe,
yeah,
rather than just going for like your obvious like, you know, I don't know, Busquets or Royce or the people that we know are gonna play week in week out. We could almost have like, yeah, a little fun like sort of scouting mission for the in-season stuff, because obviously when it gets released, we already know that it's going to be expensive. You know what I mean? It's going to be expensive. But maybe if we go for some of the, yeah, the more niche players, it might not be so expensive, is what I'm
yeah.
thinking.
Or even the transfers, just sitting on sitting on a website like this, just
Yeah.
check and see if anything new's
But
coming up.
like,
Because I'm
it's even a possibility. Like, surely we can buy an in-season Almiron right now, and he's going to go to Charlotte. You know what I mean?
yeah. The only thing is, would that in season end in July,
Yeah. I don't know.
or would that end at the
But then
start
surely the
for the new
utility,
cards?
surely the utility from now until July is still good for an Almiron that's probably like a quid. You know
No,
what I mean?
I think he's like £3-4 now.
Oh, is he? Okay.
I think it's free in season
In season.
£6.
Oh my god, I might have to sell my Almiron. Yeah,
Yeah,
wow. I
but
mean,
it could be that, like, yeah, rumors like this just have to jump on. I know
mm,
another one who wouldn't be part of the series because he's too young. Jonathan Bamber's also being linked with Charlotte right now, so Charlotte could be a good team
yeah,
going
yeah,
forward, which might be a bit of an underdog for some people. But yeah, just keeping an eye on stuff. But it all depends as well as when the in season cards drop.
mm,
Can't be too far in advance, but it can't be too late either. You've got to give people a week or two
yeah,
at the very least
yeah.
um, to get on that.
Interesting. Okay. So a lot of talking points in this episode. A lot of sort of 50-50s, in and R in. And yeah, obviously, like we said, we need some help. We need help, guys. We can't make our mind up. But yeah, I think generally speaking, we're slightly leaning towards potentially making the profit and just having a bit of fun with the in-season scouting side of things. I think that could create a lot of content and stuff as well for you guys. So yeah, potentially something to think about for the future. But yeah, let us know what you're thinking in the comments, as always, like I suggested in the middle of the video. And yeah, I think that is us done for today, or this
Yeah,
week, should I say. So yeah,
yeah, this
with
week.
that being said, leave a like, subscribe on the video. As always, we do appreciate all the support. I mean, even the stream, everything has just been popping recently, so we're loving life here. And yeah, so please leave a like, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week with the under 23s Road to Glory. Peace.